What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I have some critical NYCC updates and a big issue that we need to discuss immediately. So this upcoming New York Comic Con lineup is actually looking pretty good in terms of limited pieces. However, we have some other sources reporting some information that has not yet been confirmed yet by Funko, or it could be denied. But for the known limited piece pops that we have coming for this year's New York Comic Con, which is only a few weeks away, we have the DC mystery pops where you could potentially pull the 100 piece metallic Flash, and I think that whole set looks fantastic. We also have the Batgirl and Joker blueprint pops. They're going to be limited to 2010 pieces each. We have the Batman, Batgirl, and Joker clamshell pops that are going to be limited once again to 2010 pieces each. Then we have the bloody 1,000-piece Batman Beyond, as well as the bronze and silver Jolly Jacko pops, which are limited to 3,000 pieces and 1,000 pieces respectively, and they are the Gary V Friends pop exclusive. Now, all these have been confirmed by Funko. However, we have multiple other news sources that have been pretty reliable in the past reporting that there are several other pops that are in fact limited that Funko has not made any comment or any update to. So I want to bring this to everyone's attention so you can plan accordingly if any of the following pops are ones that you want to pick up for your collection for this New York Comic Con. The Nimrod is apparently limited to 4,000 pieces. Now, this was rumored, as well as the Havoc going into the reveals day, but it has been confirmed by multiple other sources that Nimrod will be limited to 4,000 pieces. We even have a glam shot of what the pop is going to look like. Havoc is going to be limited to 3,000 pieces. And then this is where it gets really interesting. So Orko is supposedly going to be limited to 2,000 pieces, and this is kind of confirmed by Funko because they listed it on their New York Comic Con shared retail exclusives guide as part of the show only pops. Yet when you look at the reveal of the pop, there is no mention of it being limited whatsoever. So if you're a Masters of the Universe fan and you wanted this pop, this will not be available on Funko's website on October 9th during the NYCC drop. And I feel like that's critical information, but we have more. Next up, the My Melody is also going to be limited to 2,000 pieces. Same situation as the Faceted Orko, and it's going to be show only. So if you were hoping to get this one on Funko's website for New York Comic Con, you are out of luck. You are not going to be able to get this unless you are traveling to New York Comic Con, have a slot at the booth, or know somebody who's going to the booth that can get you this pop for you. The last pop that is going to be limited, now, it is limited, but is it going to be one that I foresee selling out? No. The Pingu is going to be limited to 5,000 pieces. I think it's a good decision to make this one limited. However, why are we getting this information from these other news sources? This should be coming directly from Funko, and if Funko themselves doesn't know yet or isn't sure, then they should delay the reveals until they get all the accurate information. And this is kind of a big deal because a lot of people are either making the decision to go to New York Comic Con last minute. Now, if you're flying in from somewhere, on the other side of the country or maybe from another country, you're not making the decision to go to New York Comic Con last minute. However, if you are in the Northeast or if you are in New York and you're kind of 50-50 and then you see one of these pops is show only, then you may make the decision to go to New York Comic Con last minute, try to get into the booth or buy the pop somewhere else on the show floor. So Funko is doing those fans a disservice. They're also doing the other part of the community a disservice who is planning on hoping to get some of these pops that they thought weren't limited or they at least thought were going to be available on Funko's website during the drop on October 9th that we are now learning aren't going to be there. Now those people are upset as well. And on top of that, if you are somebody who was hoping to get one of these pops that you thought wasn't limited from Funko's website for retail, that you're now probably going to have to go to the aftermarket and shell out a lot more money, you're once again going to be a little bit ticked off. So I think Funko really needs to streamline their marketing, streamline their communication, and this has been a problem for a long time. However, this is the first time where we've seen such a big problem with so many pops not being accurately, informed of their limited edition number count to the community. We've seen it in the past with like 1 or 2 that we either found out were limited at the last minute or we found out they weren't limited at the last minute. But to have 5 pops that are limited, 2 of them that are going to be show only that people cannot get online, I think is a massive, massive problem that the new CEO, the current marketing team, whoever is at Funko making these decisions, please, you need to get this nailed down. New York Comic Con is right up there with San Diego Comic Con. This is one of your biggest events of the year where you have exclusives, you have pops, everybody in the community is looking forward to this event. We need to know what's limited and what's not, and we specifically need to know what's limited also because of pricing, because if you are able to, let's say, get one of the DC mystery pops, or for instance get the Pingu pop, you're now going to be paying more due to Funko's pricing tiers because the pops are limited edition. So you're not going to expect to see one of these for $15 anymore. Depending on their piece count, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, which once again, we as consumers and collectors need to know so that we can budget for it. So this is a big problem in my opinion, and something that Funko really needs to get nailed down. Also, if anybody didn't notice, in their catalog, they also snuck in another pop that wasn't even revealed at all. The Hello Kitty pop and bag. What's going on with that, Funko? We're bringing back the Loungefly pop and bag combos. I mean, it looks super cute. The Sanrio line and all those characters like Hello Kitty are very popular right now, so why they didn't make an official announcement is beyond me, because I bet you there's a lot of people right now who are going, like I did a couple minutes ago, going, hang on, there's a Hello Kitty pop and Loungefly bag that's coming out. That might be something that we may want to pick up for our collection. So if you guys didn't know about any of this news or are surprised by this, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, and let me know if any of these pops have affected your strategy for how you're going to buy things for the drop on October 9th, which is happening at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Funko's website, aka 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will, of course, be live for the drop. I do have one piece of good news, though, to help influence your buying decisions for this upcoming New York Comic Con, and that is a huge sponsor that has stepped up to help out the channel for the rest of the year, and that being Rakuten. So Rakuten is sponsoring Slapshotpops for the remainder of 2025, and if you sign up with our unique affiliate link down in the description below, you will get $50 off your next Funko purchase. So please take advantage of that sign-up bonus. If you want to elect to use that sign-up bonus for your New York Comic Con shopping haul, by all means take advantage of it, because $50 is no joke. We get a little portion of each sign up, so we really appreciate the affiliate money. It helps out the channel and helps us, you know, do things here at Slapshotpops that we may not otherwise be able to do. So just little tidbit there. Huge shout out to Rakuten. Thank you so much once again for the sponsorship. It means the world, and it's because of you guys that we even have this sponsorship, because you guys have been, you know, using Rakuten like we have for years. They are an official partner with Funko, and very exciting to actually have the sponsorship. So thank you to all you guys. The last piece of information that I have for today's video, of course, is our Monday motivation. Since it is Monday, every single week when I have a Monday video, I like to give you guys some Monday motivation, and today's motivation goes hand in hand with the huge problem that we have right now with Funko, and that being communication. If you have a problem with somebody in life, if you want to let somebody know that they're doing a good job, if you're maybe a manager or supervisor at your place of work and you need to let somebody know that they need to step it up a little bit, otherwise there may be some ramifications to their livelihood at that job site, let them know. Communicate clearly with them that they need to do a better job, or vice versa. Go communicate to somebody that they're doing a stellar job at their job. I really think that communication is so important in every single line of work, whether it be collectibles, first responders, every field. Communication needs to be streamlined and can always be improved. And a lot of problems and situations can be prevented if there is clear communication from one individual or a group of individuals to another. So that's my Monday motivation. If you got something that you need to get off your chest with somebody, maybe it's a little bit of a tougher situation, reach out to them, start that open line of communication, because if you just let things fester up and you hold in how you truly feel, one day it's going to bubble out and explode out of you, and it may not come out in the way that you want it to, and it could, you know, put some negative light on you in a different way. So if you take a minute, take a breath, figure out how you want to clearly convey your thoughts to somebody, I think that open line of calm, quiet, calm, respectful, professional communication always goes a long way. But if you guys enjoyed the video, we will have more New York Comic Con updates over the next few weeks leading up to the big event. If you are going, I would love to hear if you are down in the comment section below. We unfortunately are not going this year, but we hope to be back in 2026. So with that being said, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all very soon.